as well, giving you some perspective there.
Somebody out there in a kayak.
That's not the river typically.
No.
Kayaking down the street this morning.
And you mentioned that that news update from St. Pete and Hillsborough counties. Of course, officials doing their parts to keep us safe. They want to let us know what's next, right? Because this is essentially a well-oiled machine in terms of putting those plans together. The word that comes to mind for me is efficient, right? Because we've seen the rescues that teams have been able to put together across the viewing area, and that is because they had plans in place.
Yeah, some areas just harder to get to. This is a video from Sarasota for you this morning. We saw earlier the impacts to boats. Of course, they're built to be out on the water, but they certainly aren't built to be sustaining those high gusts of winds that we've seen in the area or the intense amount of flooding there. Trying to take a look here. Sarasota saw some of the highest wind gusts.
You've got the numbers there. With,
70 miles per hour. Bradenton, Sarasota, recent wind gusts this morning. That was the highest that we've seen in the area. 70 miles per hour of wind gusts. And we have our Neil Fisher has been monitoring the situation down in Sarasota this morning. He saw multiple boats inundated with that water, turned on their sides. We've seen that up and down the Tampa Bay area.
And storm surge, the word that, or the whole phrase that comes to mind, right? Because we saw Jen Titus's live shot earlier, someone who was efforting driving across a road, but they very quickly threw it in reverse. Thankful they could do that because it doesn't take a lot of water to flood out the engine.
No, just 12 inches.
Yeah, 12 inches, a whole foot, and it only takes 6 inches to knock you off your feet.
Right. You want to be very careful if you are, you have to get out for any reason. Best advice is to just listen to the warnings and stay home this morning.